Yo, what's up, everybody? It's J2O back for a weekly Forex forecast for the week of the 21st to Friday the 26th. And what we do every week on this weekly forecast is check out forexfactory.com. You must understand what's going on in the market with the news events each week because the news impacts the market with the volatility. So if you're scalping, it's very important to know what's going on. So let's look at what's going on for the pair for Sunday. So Sunday, I don't really trade Sunday because the market just opened, so nothing too crazy. But let's look at Monday. So those who trade JPY, there's tentative news. So that means there's no set time, but there is high impact news. So there's gonna be some high volatility for the JPY pair, maybe during 80 session, but we don't know yet. It's throughout the day, so we'll see. So if you trade JPY, there's gonna be some decent volatility, a decent movement when you trade that pair. So if you're scalping, just be on the lookout for that. And then Tuesday through Thursday, usually my best days to trade, because the market kind of settles on Monday-ish. And then Tuesday through Thursday, or potentially Friday, there's definitely good news events during a week that pushes the market, so you could get some good movements in the pairs you trade. So for this Tuesday, the 23rd, we have, still 10 news for JPY, the BOJ press conference. There's kind of low impact news during New York session, but then New York session, you have New Zealand 445 CPI QQ. So this is a high impact news. So if you trade in New Zealand pair, just be mindful because there's gonna be some decent volatility. So usually when you trade this pair, it could be a spike depending on the news events. Like it could be good for the currency or bad. So just be on the lookout for that. Then we get into Wednesday. So Wednesday, the biggest day in the market seems like so far this week. You got news throughout London session as well as New York session. So a lot of euro. So you trade the euro, it's gonna be a lot of volatility. Trading the pound is gonna be a lot of volatility during London session. So London is gonna be very impactful. So I'll probably definitely gonna be on the lookout during London session, trading those pairs, what's currency pairs, and then obviously the New York session, a lot of CAD and USD. So it's going to be very impactful. And then Thursday, high impact news, the New York session, mainly with the euro and the USD. USD just unemployment claims and advanced GDP. So just be mindful for that at 8:30. And then Friday, you have, core PCE price index, the New York session affects the USD pair. So pretty much it seems like Wednesday and Thursday are like huge days. Definitely look out. So now what we do is check out the market. Let's look at the pairs. So those who trade Bitcoin. So Bitcoin dropped, you could say Friday the 12th. So right now, what I see based off the 4-hour candle, it's like a retracement. I do see us coming up to test the zone area. And if we don't break it, we're gonna come back down and create a new low. But if we do decide to break it, then we have to, see a test. The test is it come back down and we could shoot up and start to come back up. But it all depends. So that being said, if I was you, I would trade what I see and just pay attention to the candlestick pattern. Okay. So those who trade Bitcoin, like there's different ways you could trade Bitcoin. Some people like to scalp, some people like to swing. So all depends on your style of trading. This pair is kind of very volatile, so I probably wouldn't suggest swing trading it at this moment. I would probably like focus on scalping here and there. to capitalize on the movements in the market. Okay, let me go to a lower time frame. Let's go to hour real quick. So yeah, so on the hour chart, you can see how we create a newer low, came down, create a new low, and then we trace back up. So that's why I have a setup right now looking potentially for a buy scalp. So I'm waiting for the market to kind of come back down here. If it does, cool. I'll wait to take the buy and ride it back up. Okay, let's go to the next pair. Let's go to USD. So for USD, this pair's pretty interesting. It's a bullish pair. So obviously you want to look for buy setups to be on the safe side. So last week, pretty much the market took off with this big push. A lot of buyers came in, and these events helped push the market up. So right now, if it comes back down, I will look for, a new buy entry to ride back up. But at times in the market, especially like when the market opens up, there's usually going to be a push. So it's probably going to be like a push up, and it's going to come slightly down before it's going to take off again. So, so just gotta be mindful. So for this pair, I'm gonna try to see if it comes down for a retracement before I look for a buy opportunity. Okay, let's go to the next pair. Let's look at US 100. So for this NAS one, same thing as USD. It's gonna be bullish. So I am looking for opportunities for the market to come back down for a retracement. But it could still take off still during like Sunday, Monday. If it does, I have to rechange my analysis to catch the retracement. But ideally, I will look for it to come back down and then wait for opportunity for it to come back up. So this is all contingent on understanding pretty much where the retracement is about to like start and where it's about to go. So you understand the retracement, you'll be able to capitalize. Okay, so let's go to the next pair. Okay, gold. So gold last week it ended up being bullish, but I'm waiting for it to come back up to hit my alert area around the 76 retracement and take the sell down. So this is my setup right now for this week coming up. Waiting for gold to come up here in the zone, the supply zone area, and come back down. So if it does that, it's going to be a win for me. And then for silver, I'm not sold on for a buy yet. I'm still waiting for it to create a better support. But this zone area is where I'm looking for buys. So if it comes around this zone area, create a bullish um reversal candle. I'm gonna ride it back up for a swing to the top. And that could take a couple days. So I'm not in a hurry, but that's a swing setup for silver. And then let's look at GBPUSD. So GBPUSD been consolidating last week. So soon is gonna be a breakout. If it comes back down, it's gonna be cool and get a better entry. But it's still the same goal is back to the top. We're still on a slight uptrend. We've just been consolidating. but we're still planning to come up here. So that's my ideal target up here to test the previous high. If it comes down lower, beginning for retracement, and now look for GBPJPY. So right now, GBPJPY, I am looking for sales at this time. So I'm looking for sales around here, this zone area. Go to the 1 hour chart so you can see a little more. So I'm looking to take sales to see if we're going to break down to the zone. If we break down, we might come back up and then come back down some more. But this trade will be invalid if we create a new high. If we start to create a new high, then this trade is not valid. So it all depends. So GBCAD, this is definitely a sell opportunity. The reason why I took a sell because of the 4 hour, well, the daily structure. So the daily, I have the strong supply zone here, and understood Friday was a great opportunity because price was kept rejecting for us to come down. So Friday, the market going down. So this week, I'm gonna just focus on sales. So if we come back up, if we come up by any chance, I'll just, look for a new sell opportunity to come back down. So ultimately, just focus on sales for GBCAD for this week. And then GBP New Zealand. So we have on the 4 hour, we had a strong bearish candle, this, candlestick. So right now I'm still biased for sales because of the daily chart. And there's a lot of news this week, so we'll see what happens. But the daily, we ended with this type of like doji pattern. So this week, I do see us coming down. So this is a nice swing opportunity to the downside. If we break this area and create a new high, then we could change the bias. But at this moment, just focusing on sales. And now for Euro AUD. So Euro AUD, I'm waiting for it to come back down so I could ride it back up, ride the bias back up. So right now, this is my buy zone, demand zone. A lot of buyers in this here, a lot of liquidity and volume. So I'm just gonna focus on this area and ride it back up. And for New Zealand USD, almost same thing, but based off the daily chart, it took us a while to come up here, and then we tanked down. So I'm gonna see if price respects this area as support. If it does, then we're gonna retrace up before coming back down. But if it doesn't respect this area, then we're gonna continue coming down, then retrace up, then come back down. So it all depends. And last but not least, Euro New Zealand. Right now, I'm looking for buy opportunities. So I'm seeing if the market's gonna come back down here, so I could ride back up. That's best case scenario. But if you decide to push up, then I had to change my analysis and wait for the new retracement down area. So it all depends on what happens with price here if we create a new high. But as you notice, there's a lot of news this week affecting the euro and the New Zealand. So it should be interesting how it plays out. And then for the USDJPY, just the last pair by to look at, we've been on this crazy bullish run. There's been exhaustion lately, but now, based on the 4 hour chart, we look like we potentially about to come down, depending on the candlestick structure. So that's my analysis so far. If we come down, I'll wait for the buy and take it back up. So Definitely practice good risk management and just be mindful from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the market. And you have a question, just comment and let me know. You already know. We out here. Peace.